This is as close to me playing a Mortal Kombat game as I'll ever be. Come at me. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing Injustice: Gods Among Us. In an alternative universe where Superman, played by George Newbern, establishes a new world order under his iron fist, Batman, played by Kevin Conroy this time, and other heroes must fight back against Superman and those who have pledged their allegiance to his dictatorship. Sounds convoluted and confusing, but if you really pay attention to the closer details and get the full picture, it's honestly a really creative concept to make for a video game like this. I'll discuss that in a moment, but for now, let's narrow down the basic details of this game. First off, the graphics, mocap animation, and the use of in-game cinematography may seem a bit dated on the PS4, mainly because it got released on the PS3 first. But still, that doesn't mean that it looks awful. They still put a lot of time and effort into creating the set pieces for the cutscene moments. And to be honest, some of the graphics look impressive on the PS4. In terms of the game's use of gameplay controls when it comes to the game's action sequences, they're mainly used to do one-on-one, mano-a-mano duke-out fights. And yeah, I do get easily confused on which button is which to punch, kick, lay a smack down an enemy, or throw them against a wall. So my main strategy is to go willy-nilly on my DualShock 4 throughout the whole fight. Now yeah, it might not work for some of you, but it did work on me when I first got this game digitally for free, which is crazy. A digital release game that is free? Never saw that coming. But who am I to complain to be judgmental? That's awesome to have. But still, the graphics for this game look impressive to watch. Moving on. Now, the storyline in this game may seem a bit confusing to some of you, but for me, it's a story I have never played or seen before. Sure, the confusing part of the story can be for the DC superhero lookalikes acting like the villains of the story, but again, I have never heard of this story before. So kudos to both NetherRealm Studios and High Voltage Software for creating a new story that is based off of the DC Comics superhero lineup. I'm impressed with how it turned out. Great job. Looking forward to playing your sequel sooner down the road, so stay tuned for that once I've finished playing it. Even when they display dramatic elements in the game during the cutscenes, when it comes to the game's character development, it's very intriguing and nerve-wracking to both play and watch at the same time. Very well executed, if I do say so myself. Keep up the great work. Also, the voice acting, as well as the game's motion capture functionality, they both sound and look impressive on the PS4. Everybody played their parts well. Kevin Conroy does a great Batman, Susan Eisenberg does a fantastic Wonder Woman, Richard Epcar did awesome as Batman's arch enemy, the Joker. Phil Lamar did amazing as Cyborg. Even the talented Tara Strong knocked it out of the park as Harley Quinn. The list could go on. Props to directors Ed Boon and Dominique Chiangelo is how I pronounce it? No matter, they did a fantastic job with their directorial style in this game. Keep up the awesome work. The only minor nitpick I would have to spew out is the handle of the button prompts. They can get a bit confusing for me to figure out. So hopefully once I play Injustice 2, which I heard they added the TMNT into the mix, hopefully the fight controls will be straightforward next time, please. Still, it was fun. Overall, guys, in the end, I thought Injustice: Gods Among Us was an action-packed game based off of the DC Comics franchise. It was fun, entertaining, had memorable characters, brutal fighting sequences. It's just a fun thrill ride. And I cannot wait to see what happens next once I get to play Injustice 2 on my PS4. Don't let me down, guys. But in the meantime, I rate Injustice: Gods Among Us a solid 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend you to play this game for yourselves if you haven't already. It's really fun. So Injustice: Gods Among Us. Have you played it? If you haven't, like I said, knock your socks off. Try it for yourself. It's really fun. But for those of you who have, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos I have in store for you. And also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.